Hey everyone, it's another episode of Chuck versus whatever. This is another question video where pretty much just asking questions that hopefully someone out there will be able to answer, whether you're a fan, you just happen to know these things, or whether you happen to be someone that works for Chuck or used to work for Chuck, whatever. So, anyways, here's where we left off. Um, did Kevin Bacon really pee on Morgan? And when I talk about Kevin Bacon, I don't mean the guy. I mean the actual. I mean the pig in the TV show. Next question: why was Ellie scanned by the computer? And so, what was the point of that? And if you don't remember, there's a point where Ellie fell asleep with the computer, and then there was some Project X thing that appeared on the screen, and then the the computer scanned her for some weird reason. So that's another thing. And who thought of the NSYNC breakfast with Morgan and John? And I don't mean the band. I mean like how like Morgan and John were like eating at the exact same time and drinking at the exact same time. Because there's an episode, I think it's either season 3 or 4, when they were living together, where they, John and Morgan were on one side and Chuck was on the other, and they have a conversation. Anyways, who thought of the Star Wars song with when Morgan was acting like a bad guy? It was awesome. Yeah, it was. If you don't know what I'm talking about, I'm pretty sure it's in one of the trailers. Um, how did you get people like Luke Skywalker and James Bond? If you don't know who they are, then Timothy Dalton and anyways, um, next question: why did you change Morgan's and make him into a jerk? Like, and when I mean that is because, like, in one of the episodes, uh, uh, when Morgan has the intersect, he starts like to become a jerk. Like, I don't understand. Like, was it? Did you think like other emotions or feelings or whatever that you have to call them wouldn't go well over or what? Um, Here. Whose idea was for Jeff to become smarter and less dumb, and why? Who thought of Lester saving John Casey? Because there's a scene where Lester saves John Casey um, in the in the prison in season 5. I think it was. Was it me, or did you have Nightwing's symbol on the headphones in the Hack Off episode? And there's a point in where Freddie W and Chuck are like beside by side, and they both and Chuck has headphones, and on the side of it, it's like a blue symbol, and it kind of looks like a Nightwing symbol. And if you don't know who that is, it's one of the Robins became his own superhero and called himself Nightwing. So, anyways, who thought of the cult in the Hack Off episode? Because I thought that was kind of funny. Um, in the intro, whose chest is that we zoom into the badge to check the face? Because is it just Chuck or is it someone else? Because I just find it weird or not weird, but I just curious on who it was. Um, How come Ellie's code name was Cobras and Morgan's code name was Cobra? Was that just something you thought was cool to do, or was that a accident or coincidence, or whatever? And if you don't remember, I believe in some point Morgan was in a mission with Chuck, and uh, Chuck called Morgan instead of Cobra, so that's why I said that. Was it weird changing from in love to Chuck to being told he is a bad guy and you have to kill him? And I'm talking about Sarah, because Sarah fell in love, and yeah. Anyways, how was it doing Bryce Larker's intro to Chuck from the pilot? And that's another question for Sarah Walker, aka Yvonne Strahovski. Sarah's, how was it fitting into a small peg in the last episode? Because I don't think I've ever tried that before, and it looked very cramped just from watching the last episode. And what made you think of picking those places for the final episode? And yes, I've seen every episode of season 5, and I watched it on Blu-ray, and I watched the commentary, but I don't remember it ever covering it, so just a thought. And, well, that's the end of this episode. Hope you enjoyed it, and I don't know what I'll be talking about next time, but whenever you watch this, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, and goodbye.